Warning: the show you are about to hear contains muscular, intelligent, and intelligible sexy men discussing B-movies, and will contain movie spoilers. Only one of the previous statements is actually true. You decide.
So light that fuse and let it burn. There's no escape, there's no return. Exploding heads and synthwave licks. We're deep in cult classic kicks. Low budget dreams that never quit. Every frame a misfit hit. This is the B-Movie Blitzkrieg Podcast. This is Duncan and the Baz. The B-Movie Blitzkrieg Podcast.
Welcome back to the B-Movie Blitzkrieg Podcast, the cinematic safe house where sleaze meets satire, chainsaws count as character development, and the BBFC probably just stopped returning our emails entirely. I'm your host, Duncan McLeish, the Marquis de Mayhem, the Bishop of B-Movie Blasphemy, the academic of arterial spray, and the only man who got politely escorted out of a B&Q's for insisting chainsaws should have a narrative arc. Should or we shouldn't have them. Tonight we are slicing directly into Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers from 1988, a film so proudly trash-laden it should legally come with a tetanus booster and the option for morality waivers. Can we sing that at the beginning, please, before we watch this? We are talking sleaze noir, leather, latex, body oil, cult sacrifices, and what Baz calls a Tuesday. And chainsaws wielded like erotic adjacent Excaliburs. This movie is somehow a horror exploitation and a parody of itself, and yet still not the sleaziest thing the 1980s produced. That would be me. But speaking of unholy slicing infernos, he is the Sultan of Screams, the Black & Decker Duke of Bloodshed, the craftsman connoisseur of carnal carnage. He is, of course, a man who once tried to get a chainsaw sharpened at a garden centre and was banned for calling the staff cowards, afraid of true cinema. He is the power tool prophet of pulp schlock. I had a ball with this, by the way. The patron saint of the chainsaw theology. And of course, he is the man, the myth, the legend, the Baz.
This bit's going to be disappointing. Guten Abend, Zucker tits. Ain't no chainsaws in my Joy Division. Let's roll.
That's a future t-shirt. That is a future ain't no chainsaws in my Joy Division. We can totally rip off the fucking... We'll make millions, Baz. We'll make millions. Some people will recall, if they've been listening to all these episodes, that this whole idea of the show was formulated in a car journey to Fright Fest way back in March, right? So that's how long ago we're going with this one. And at the time when I was telling you some of the movies, there were a few that perked your interest, but none more that got a raised eyebrow like you just did there than the mere mention of Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers, and the eyebrows went up. And I remember briefly saying to you, it's exactly what you think it is, and I don't mean PCs. It's exactly what you think it is. And Baz, the D-man do not disappoint.
Amen, brother, amen.
Just when you thought to yourself, maybe we peaked right at the start with Hard Ticket to Hawaii when it comes to the actual boob count. I have seen that waiver and I have raised it maybe 20 times. I went all in on this one. I was like, I'm going to exhaust Baz of boobies. Here we go.
It's like you unleashed a blitzkrieg on Braz, my friend.
The bra budget on this movie was non-existent because there is no bras.
Exactly.
Oh my God, yes. Had you heard of Out With the Conversation in the car where we almost died? Because I was driving and I'm a bad driver. Had you ever heard of Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers?
I'm not sure. The name seemed vaguely familiar, but then you wonder if it's one of these apocryphal film names that gets bandied about when you're talking about something from the 80s. Or there was that one with the Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers. Do you know what I mean?
It's primed for like a punk band song title. You know what I mean?
So I may have kind of been slightly familiar with them. I certainly knew nothing about the film.
Well, you're about to inform, enlighten, and regale us with the incredible plot synopsis of this movie. It is fucking nuts. And we're going to be doing that right after this first break. When we come back, Baz will be telling you about what happens in Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers right after this. And welcome back to a segment I've called The Saw and the Saucy. Baz, you're going to give us the plot synopsis for Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers. What happens in this movie?
Well, I'm going to tell you, Duncan, but I'm only going to tell you a little bit because as I look at my notes here, I realised I've only written the first part of the plot synopsis, and it was quite a number of weeks ago that I watched this film. So
Could it be that you started writing it, the tits came out, and then you masturbated yourself into blindness?
it's not the worst plot theory, but anyway.
That is entirely plausible, Duncan. Entirely plausible.
A private eye / Indiana Jones impersonator gets hired to find a missing teenager on the mean streets of 80s Los Angeles, but gets drawn into a conspiracy involving hookers who are killing men with chainsaws. That's where the name comes from.
Yes.
Turns out, however, that they are in fact members. Can't believe I'm saying this. Members of an ancient Egyptian sex cult who worship chainsaws and are led by the dude that plays Leatherface in Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah, Gunnar Hansen's in this movie.
Yeah, which is...
Because he was in a movie with a chainsaw, and that is literally the only reason he's in this movie.
Yeah, that would make sense, actually. Basically, it's just... So there is... You've got the kind of... What is it they used to call the kind of... Is it a gumshoe? Is that one of the terms that they used to use in like noir cinema for...
It's 100% a gumshoe, yeah.
The weathered, alcoholic fucking private eye guy touring all the sleaziest haunts on the strip. And then it just fucking takes a sideways turn and the next minute it's like a... Weirdly what it reminded me of... like something like the Oriental Temple of the Golden Dawn, like Aleister Crowley's kind of
it's very it's very occultish,
It gives that heavy kind of vibes later on, and there's just all this mental human sacrifice type stuff.
Like you are like talking about all this sketchy behind doors like cultish behaviour, whilst at the same time wearing a face with a like fucking. If anyone knows cults, Baz, if anyone knows sketchy dealings in robes, it would be you, my friend. And we'll say no more about that with a wink and a nod.
That's it, my friend.
Although I do now have this image of you, like wearing like nipple like we will perform the ritual, my friends. Close the door while Baz gets his nips out.
That's it. Let the circling commence.
I can tell for a fact that is not the first time you've done that.
No,
this movie.
The last time I did it, I didn't crack my neck quite as bad.
Yeah, don't injure yourself. The health insurance for podcasting is non-existent. You can't claim absolutely nothing for an injury while sitting down with a microphone in front of you. This movie is.
They would rather insure a fucking steeplejack than us idiots, to be quite honest.
100%. We so I have covered this movie before on our other now on hiatus podcast on the stairs. This is disc number 6 in the Slasher Classic Collection from 88 Films.
Oh god, that pile of dog shit. I remember
now
that.
You can realise very, very quickly why the term classic had diminishing returns in that collection, and also why I need to eventually. I got as far as disc 50, and then I thought they were released no more, and I think they've released 5 since, and I will eventually have to buy them because I'm looking down right now, and they're all right beside me, and I know they're incomplete, and this is the hell trauma that my brain exists in. I hate myself for it. I hate myself. Yeah, I mean, that synopsis is the movie, and it is as shallow as that. However, we might be able to add a little bit more depth as we talk about some of the rad, sad, bad, and most certainly mad of this movie. We are going to take a short break. When we come back, we'll be doing just that right after this. And welcome back to a segment I've called Blades, Babes, and Bloodshed. This is the top 5 rad, sad, bad, and most certainly mad of Hollywood chainsaw hookers. I'm going to jump right to the mad. You've already stolen my thunder on this one, but let's just discuss it. Gunnar Hansen is in this movie. Now,
Yeah.
a couple of reasons this is kind of hilarious, right? First reason is obviously he's most famous for playing Leatherface in Chainsaw Massacre. Second reason this is kind of hilarious is no one knew what Gunnar Hansen actually looked like after the Texas Chainsaw Massacre came out, because he's wearing a fucking mask and he's got weird shit all over his face during that movie. So this is like an in joke for the horror fans out there. But I do love this scenario where his agent is just sending him scripts for chainsaw movies, like just like anything involving a chainsaw is like, here, what about this? And he's like that. I really want to stretch my range. I want to get out of this. And he's like that. Listen, I've just got the script for you, baby. Oh, you're gonna love it. It's a horror movie. And he's like that. Steve, please tell me there's not a chainsaw. There may be a chainsaw in it, and maybe in the title. Yeah, I like. He seems to, like, he's not a very good actor. Sorry, Gunnar Hansen, who's now passed away. He's not a great actor. He doesn't have a ton of range, and he's just weird in this movie. The camera's always on him, like the audience should be like, "That's the fucking Texas Chainsaw Massacre dude." And there's no way you would know that unless you were a ingrained horror fan. So there we go. Mad that he's in this movie. Mad, I tells you.
Yeah, I don't think I knew what he looked like until I watched this, to be honest. And it was his name came up in the credits, obviously, and I was like, "That's the guy from Texas Chainsaw Massacre." I'm sure.
Literally,
do you know what I mean?
It's Leatherface right here.
Yeah. So yeah, no, that made my rad list, I've got to say. What the first thing on my bad list, however, and I don't even know what this is about, but I've just written the size of that fucking padlock. Don't know why that's there. There must have been a very large padlock at some point in this film. And
so large that it made your notes.
Yeah, and it also got a little shocked face emoji after it. So I was quite taken aback, clearly. Kind of moving on from that one, we'll only really count that as half a bad, because I can't remember what it is. The really bad thing about it is that they have this technique. Obviously, the budget's not huge in this movie. I think it's fair
static cam all the way through it. It is like literally steady static cam on one scene and people just act in a room. It's not.
And but there's quite a number of kill scenes in this. In fairness, but basically the technique they're just throwing like random little artificial body parts at the women.
Yeah, rubber.
So you see, the women will come in with a chainsaw, and then it just focuses on her, and somebody's got like a water pistol full of red paint, and they're just like squirting her, and then somebody will chuck like a rubber foot, bounces off her face and stuff like that.
It's very Evil Dead, you know what I mean?
It's hilarious,
but
man.
Not as good as Evil Dead, but it is very Evil Dead. Like, it's Bruce Campbell having, like, Sam Raimi's just hitting Bruce Campbell with things. And this one, they are throwing, there's like one of the early kills as well, there's a hand thrown and it lands on her tit. And you're like, oh, well, you're like, what are we actually doing here? The tongue has went so far through the cheek, it's protruding out the side of the face. Yeah, they're not hiding. The thing is, as well, that if you're going into a movie called Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers and you're expecting anything other than pure schlock cheese, this lives up to its name. I will give it that.
Oh,
it's like
100%.
exactly the movie you think it's going to be. In fact, I would say even more than that. Like, the extents to which they get away with nudity in this movie, for the time, this is 1988. So as the MPA in America is now, this is Tipper Gore time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They are cracking down
at this point
heavily on this shit, and yet there is a movie with just like women, fully stalkers, just bending over picking up shit. It is insane.
There's just bush everywhere.
There is so much bush, and he's not even in office yet. He's still the vice president.
Again, I've got another one. I can't remember why I said it, but I've just written here, you really can't go headbutting bitches even if it's for their own good. Not sure why I wrote that.
I don't know what a scenario would be for their own good in that.
Oh, there we go though. What is really bad though is the virgin dance of the double chainsaws.
Oh,
That's
dude.
not very good at all. That is not very good.
I think those might be real chainsaws as well. I don't think those are gimmick chainsaws, which makes me wonder, like, how they. Well, I know how they got away with that because there was no health and safety at all in this
Yeah.
movie. But I think those are real chainsaws as well, which just
There's
feels.
quite a number of scenes. I would agree with you.
Yeah.
But there's quite a few scenes where you don't have to look too hard to realise that they're not on. Like,
Yes.
the
It's just a
chain
sound
isn't
effect.
turning.
Yeah.
But for that bit in particular, I don't know if they maybe took the batteries out or because or not the battery, but like the little motor out or
Yeah.
something, because she does wave them about rather lacklusterly, as to be said, but she kind of waves them about.
Mm-hmm.
But chainsaws are heavy things, do you know what I mean? It's
Oh, God,
just a
yeah.
slight wee thing, you know what I mean? Anyway, thought that was pretty bad.
I'm going to say what is sad here is the character arc of Jack the PI, who in this movie is genuinely trying to be a detective, like all the way through this. And this movie doesn't need a serious detective character. This movie needs Benny Hill. And like every time we cut to him, and every bar he's in is just someone's living room. Like it's like literally it's just like it's clearly shot in someone's house, any room with a house bar. And the camera's just sitting like that. They're just like, let's just pipe in some noise and some lights. It's just like, and he's just a tragic fucking character.
Do you know what character is even sadder and more tragic?
Oh, tell me.
Bo. Do you remember Bo? Bo's the construction worker that gets picked up by one of the hookers in the bar, and poor Bo is so crippled with the horn, right, that neither the sound of a chainsaw or a naked woman basically turning her apartment into Dexter's kill room makes them realise what is about to happen. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean...
It's like he must just have been lying there going like that. Let's please just let this turn out okay in the end. You know what I mean? Because I'm not leaving. The next minute, a rubber foot's getting thrown across the room.
Do you have anything else you want to close out on, or we'll just jump right into the next bit?
I shouldn't, but I'm going to do it.
Oh no!
I've got a sad thing, Duncan.
A sad?
Yeah, because I'm sad that we don't do the nickname thing anymore, Duncan.
The fucking every time I walk into it, I walk into the slip every time.
You're going to wish you hadn't walked into this one, my friend.
Oh no!
Because I was watching in the later portion of the film when we get to the kind of human sacrifice Temple of Osiris fucking thing, you know, and I'm sitting watching it, and old Gunnar Hansen, he's not the sharpest looking tool in the box. Do you know what I mean? And like you pointed out, he's not also the greatest actor, so do you know what I would have called him?
Oh no.
Alistair Downsley. Oh, fuck, I can't believe I said that. Oh, God forgive me.
Well, we did all right. We got 14 episodes in. I mean,
before let's be fucking cancelled.
Slightly better run than I thought we were going to have.
Oh, dear me.
And on that note, we are going to jump right into this next segment quicker than anything I've ever done in my entire life. Right back right after this. And welcome back to a segment I've called Quotes That Deserve a Safety Manual. Let's talk about some of the script choices in this movie. A lot of power tool references here and a lot of nonsense. One that I did love because I just thought this should have been on the cover and it isn't, is this one here. I have a date with a chainsaw. I mean, that's just prime for put it on the cover, give it 3 stars. What are we doing here?
And yet, interestingly, do you know what the tagline was for this film?
What?
They charge an arm and a leg. And I only know that because I looked up the Wikipedia page a wee minute ago to double check something, and that's the tagline on the film poster.
That's kind of good, though. That's kind of good.
Yeah. Los Angeles, the city of angels. I'd like to meet the sick son of a bitch that thought that one up.
You are now like this is my go-to. Like we're gonna do like a paywall thing where Baz is just gonna read everything as a sultry fucking gumshoe PI from the
Like a
1940s.
fucking cinema noir.
You Can't Stop Us, The Saw is Family, which is literally from Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So how they did not get like stung with copyright theft is beyond me. But yeah, The Saw is Family.
Chandler, just what I need today. A private dick in my face.
Why did we not just do this all the way through? So what about this one? Sometimes you just gotta cut loose.
I should have been looking at the glass and not the ass.
This whole you're gonna not have a voice at the end of this, but this whole segment might be a clip.
already starting to go.
They just don't make them like they used to. And I'm like, what? Did they? Like they're like for chopping trees, not carving people. Yeah, that's if you're chopping up people. Yes, then maybe don't make them like they used to. But for like landscaping, so yeah, Baz, that's me. I'm out of lines. What you got?
You could have knocked me down with a pubic hair. Completely unnecessary line, that one. Just felt I couldn't let it go.
Do you have anything else?
Oh, no, that's all.
Right, let's mosey on to the plot holes. Once again, I can't imagine we have many in this segment. We'll be right back to do it right after this. And welcome back to a segment I've called Tits. It was literal all I could think of just tits.
Haven't you tits, big man?
I mean, there's no plot holes in the tit. What we're doing here? Plot holes in the movie. I'm so confused now because all I can think about is tits. Here's one here. How does the cult make its money? Now, I'm going to know what you're going to say from the hookers, but I don't know if the Johns they're getting have a lot of money. And let's be honest here. This is Diddy Party oil money here. The amount of body oil in this movie is fucking ridiculous. The blades for the chainsaws don't make like they used to. General upkeep. And what I'm saying, is there a cult Patreon?
A temple.
The actual
temple.
Have a temple. Is there like you know how like podcasts have patrons? Is there like a Patreon out there for this murderous hooker cult? And if so, how do I sign up to be a card-carrying member? That's all I want to know, Baz. That's all I want to know.
I want tier number 1, my friend. I'll be paying in cold hard cash.
Why is this room in plastic? Right.
It's more. It was just little things I kind of picked up. One, the private eye guy. At one point in this film, he's cruising down the strip in an open-top car and manages to light a cigarette with a match.
It's just not possible.
That would not happen. Do you know what I mean? Just would not happen.
I love that. That's the bit you laser focused in on. I was thinking,
I still miss smoking every day, my friend, and I will not have it denigrated in front of me like that.
There's at least 2 scenes here where someone in lingerie appears to produce a chainsaw from nowhere. And I just don't think that's possible, Baz. I'm just going to put that out there. Even magicians would struggle.
Well, possible. I don't know, Duncan. I'll let you go back and watch it many, many times to make sure.
You just imagine how many copies of the VHS of this in the 80s were just worn the fuck out.
Oh, aye. Just encrusted.
Oh, fuck.
When the private eye goes into a bar, I think it's the one where he finally gets drugged and taken away. There is a 12-year-old kid sitting at the bar drinking with a cigarette. Yep. Did you see that?
Yes. Oh, yes,
like,
I did. Yeah.
He is 12 at the most, and he's got a full-on glass of whiskey and a fag in his hand.
And this is America, so this is 21 to drink. So
yeah. It's like they ran out of extras, like bring a
Or
kid to
someone
work
read the
day.
casting sheet and read it backwards, so thought it said 21 and it was 12. I don't know. He's fine. Put him in the movie. Last thing I'm going to mention is everyone in this movie is so bizarrely calm about the sheer frequency of chainsaw murders in this town.
Yeah.
I just don't think you would be. Even in LA, even in the 80s, I just think more than 2 people die via chainsaw death unexplained. People are panicking.
But also, they were all high as fuck. Though,
They
in
were all
fairness.
high as fuck. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Mm.
And especially at that time, any time you go with a hooker and you don't die of AIDS, that's a good fucking day.
Oh,
in 80s
Jesus
LA,
Christ.
do you know what I mean?
Oh, no. What we're doing here? What we're doing? Do you have anything else?
Oh no, I think I'm spent now, Duncan.
I think we're done. Let's jump into our next segment where we're going to be rating this movie and very quickly moseying out before the Baz genuinely, well and truly chainsaws this podcast to death. We're going to be right after this. And welcome back to a segment I've called Rated R for Ripping Flesh. Baz, Hollywood chainsaw hookers out of 5. If you say this is a 5, we're going to have issues, my friend. What are you scoring this?
I'm going to give it a 2.5. I'm just going to have to go right down the middle. I was going to give it a 3.
Jesus Christ.
But I think that's just because there's so many tits and bush in it that I was blinded by it. It's far from the worst one that we've done.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so on the nose, like as you said earlier on, like it's called Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers, and it's literally what it's about. It's about hookers that are killing people with chainsaws in Hollywood. I always like a wee kind of noir, private eye kind of guy, and he hammed it up quite well, I've got to say, in it. And then the whole kind of sex death cult thing at the end was barmy and kind of funny in that. So it's, but do you know what? No, I'm going to give it a 3. I'm going to give it a 3. It was barmy enough that it was funny. It was just full of nudity, and the things that were bad in it, you could laugh at least. Do you know? I mean, you did get a kick out of it. So, I'm going to give it a 3.
I'm overjoyed that you went up to a 3 and you talked yourself around it because I didn't want to come in with a higher score than you for this movie. I had a 3.
Right.
So you made me save face. I was like, I don't want to be the pervert here. That's clearly your role. That's why you're here. Yeah, I gave it a 3 out of 5 as well. Ton of fun. So much nonsense, but so much fun watching it. Yeah, it is a good time. Not a great time, but a good time. And that'll be that. So, ladies and gents, that is us bringing down the curtain on Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers, a film that proves that the 80s had absolutely zero interest in subtlety, moral restraint, or even the basic concept of cinematic shame. This is a movie that says, is it stupid? Yes. Does it care? Absolutely not. And that, ladies and gents, is why it works and why we scored it the way we did. A massive thanks to the Baz, the only man who can take a film filled with chainsaws, sex workers, sacrificial cults, and gallons of stage blood and still have the giddy glee of a freshman on a panty raid. If you love what we do here, then subscribe, rate, review, and spread the gospel of glorious trash cinema on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. Your feedback fuels us like chainsaw cults fuel their rituals with body oil and bad decisions. The next time on the B-Movie Blitzkrieg, we are stitching together science and screams with Blackenstein. Oh yes, we're going to get to it. A film that asks, what if Frankenstein's monster was built by a guy who flunked out of medical school and majored in blaxploitation? Expect bad wigs, worse science, and a monster with a mean left hook. Until then, remember, keep your chainsaws sharp, your cults consensual, and remember that here at the B-Movie Blitzkrieg, the bizarre meets the brilliant, one B-movie at a time. Baz, would you like to say goodbye to the listeners, please?
Certainly shall, Duncan. Gute Nacht, mein sexy Liebchen, and remember, if you're dabbling with the hookers behind enemy lines, always keep your wee man covered. And if you don't have a rubber Johnny to hand, a sausage casing will do just nicely. Blitzkrieg.
It's like the worst image ever.